The Way of Will John.
What is truly motivating most of these guys from their core?
Good question. These are, some are sociopaths and some are narcissists. I don't use those terms in my book because I'm not a mental health professional, but they have a mania of, because they're insecure, they have a mania to be able to control everything and everyone at all times. And no matter how much adulation they have and how many people they can steal from, they always want more. So they're never happy. And that's why, inevitably, the longer they're in power, they get more repressive. They don't get more secure and more democratic, or even just more humane toward the people who support them. They get more repressive. That's when they can be like turning on people who helped them at the beginning, or there's usually purges at the beginning, but then there's usually another round of purges because they start feeling unsettled or they see a rival. And so one of the worst things you can be is too competent or too popular if you work for these guys. And it's not funny at all, but there's a story with Italian fascism. There was this guy who was a squadrist, a killer, and he came up with Mussolini, 𝗪𝗪𝗛𝗪. He was a world-class aviator, and he did these transatlantic flights that got him on the cover of Time. He was a world hero. He flew for the first time from New York to Rome to Brazil and to New York. There's even streets named after him still in Chicago today. Well, that was no good for Mussolini. And he is also very handsome, and he was not bald, and he was younger. So Mussolini demoted him as Minister of Aviation right after he became a world, hero, and sent him to Libya as the governor of Libya to get him out. And that was considered a big demotion. And that's what they do. Or they kill them. They have a purge. They send them into prison. So this is also these regimes are like a race to the bottom, because the nature of the authoritarian personality is that they can't be happy for others to flourish, and they don't really want excellence. They want loyalty. So to go back to what's motivating them is just total control and feeling safe. They need to feel safe, and that's why, they have the bunkers and the palaces, but it never really works.
Right. Yeah. It ends up being this existential search for some sort of safety that they don't have within themselves, and so they try to create it outside.